Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we start our presentation, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Dayanku Nur Rahela Shafiza.
My name is Riani.
And my name is Dayanku Nur Amira. And now we will be presenting about the application of Usul Fiqh in Islamic banking products at BIBD.
Firstly, I will talk about the introductions. Concluded that Usul Fiqh study the sources of fiqh in general, the methodology of inductions, and the conditions of people who will extract the hukum known as mujtahid. When it comes to Bank Islam Brunei Darussalam, or known as BIBD, it was established on 2005 through a merger of Bank Islam of Brunei and Islamic Development of Brunei. From the name itself, it indicates that BIBD is an Islamic financial institution who apply Islamic components in their services. It provides broad and general principles. In Usul Fiqh, they study about the three components, which are the sources, the methodology on how to extract the hukum, and the conditions of people who will extract the hukum are known as mujtahid. Sources were divided into two parts. One is the primary sources, which include Al-Quran, Sunnah, Ijma, and Qiyas. All scholars have agreed that Al-Quran and Sunnah to be the primary sources. However, there are different views of scholars about the Ijma and Qiyas in considering it to be a part of primary sources. In secondary sources, there are Istihsan, Maslahah Mursalah, or known as Istislah, Istishab, Sa'ad al-Zara'i, and Uruf. In these sources, there are different views among the scholars. Second is the methodology on how to extract the hukum. It requires the knowledge of method, of legal reasoning, ijtihad, establishing a hierarchy of the sources, such as Al-Quran, Sunnah, Ijma, Qiyas, and etc. Of the rules of understanding, abrogations, and preference in the case of conflicting legal texts or nas. Three is the who extract the hukum are known as mujtahid. He needs to fulfill the qualifications to be mujtahid, attaining the knowledge of Arabic, knowledge of Al-Khitab, knowledge of Sunnah, knowledge of Ijma, al-Shari'ah, and aptitude of ijtihad. By obtaining the knowledge of Arabic, Al-Khitab, Sunnah, Ijma, maqasid al-Shari'ah, and aptitude of ijtihad. Next, I will talk about the relationship between Usul Fiqh and banking products. In Islam, it generally used as the basis to protect the benefits, maslahah, of the individual and the community. It is the higher objective of Sharia which relates to human life. Maqasid means an independent discipline because it is a philosophy and methodology in its own right. The use of Usul Fiqh. The banking products are actively used among the Muslims. The Islamic banking becomes where they trust and depends on the sources which give the validity of certain application.
So, for my part, I will be talking about the Islamic banking products offered in BIBD. For the first product, I will be discussing about personal financing, which has tawarruk implemented in it. This concept is also known as the reverse murabaha, which refers to the process when a commodity is being purchased by a deferred price and selling it to a third party to obtain cash. So, the bank bought the commodity at the purchase price on cash, and then the same commodity is then sold to the customer by deferred payment terms at the sale price. The sale price means here is the sum of the bank's purchase price and its profit as stated in the notice of confirmation, and this whole akad is done over the phone. So the bank has provided some options for the customer who has bought the commodity, whether to dispose it or to sell it to another party. So for the next product, I will be talking about Ar-Rahmin microfinancing, which is a scheme that provides a short-term secured financing facility that uses gold as a collateral. So the value of collateral here is measured to calculate the financing amount. So there are two types of products that are offered in this scheme, which are Al-Zahab and Al-Jawhar. So Al-Zahab is for customers who have not assigned their salary to BIBD and uses gold as collateral, while Al-Jawhar is for customers who have assigned their salary to BIBD and uses gold and precious stones as collateral. So the third product is home financing, for which this is a term financing facility for customers who need assistance financially to purchase and construct as well as mortgage one or more property. Well, there are three different underlying concepts applied in this home financing, which are musyarakah mutanakisah, bai' bitaman ajil, and also ijara. Even so, I will only be talking about ijara. According to the ijara concept, the bank will be leasing the shares of its property to the customer according to the Sharia principle of ijara. Therefore, the customer will be paying ijara rentals to the bank over the agreed period of finance. For the last but not least product, I will be talking about the general saver, which implements the wakalah concept. The wakalah is derived from the word wakil. So here's how it works. The depositor, also known as the wakil, gives responsibility to the bank as an agent or the wakil and appoints the bank to handle and invest in a Sharia compliant and profitable transaction. Expected profit rates from the investment will be offered to the customer, whereas the bank will secure a wakalah fee for the service rendered. If there are any chances that the depositor's expected profit exceeded, the bank will then earn that extra amount after deducting the wakalah fee and preserve it as an encouragement.
The application of Usul Fiqh in BIBD, it could protect human from doing unethical practices which are against the Islamic law in the financial transactions such as interest, uncertainty, and gambling, which are commonly practiced in conventional banking. Establishment of Sharia Advisory Council in BIBD further ensure the components applied in the financial transactions is Sharia compliant. Awareness of Islamic bank products. The awareness of Islamic banking products is barely acknowledged by many societies, by which the inadequacy may be the cause of conflicts among the people, where it may also lead to arguments. The main point of awareness is actually to prevent riba, where in the Quran, Allah has mentioned that, and Allah has permitted trade and forbidden usury. And it frequently happens in many transactions, especially when it is related to money. The conventional bank will always apply interest in many transactions, but not Islamic bank. From here, the application of Usul Fiqh with many evidences accompanied with the issue, people will be aware of the prohibited methods applied in the conventional bank and will be relying more on the products offered by the Islamic banking products. As for conclusion, the application of Usul Fiqh in Islamic banking products plays a main role by which the use of primary sources and secondary sources is essential in this part. Therefore, the use of Usul Fiqh can be applied not only to BIBD but also to any Islamic bank that meet customer needs and compliance of Sharia, which include Islamic deposit, investment, and financing products.